Ladies and gentlemen, starting us off, the parents of the bride, Greg and Margarita. Ladies and gentlemen, following them, parents of the groom, Ben and Leisha. Following them, we have Heath Baker. Up next, the Flower Girls, Savannah and Scarlett. Ladies and gentlemen, starting us off for our wedding party, we have Janet and Nick. Up next, Alyssa and Luke. Following them, we have Christy and Alec. Up next, we have Crystal, Kayla, and Greg. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Maid of Honor, Raina, and Best Man, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Please make some noise for the one, the only, Mr. and Mrs. Jacob and Michelle Baker. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the beautiful couple is going to share their first dance as husband and wife.
And promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. Loved
ladies and gentlemen, Jacob and Michelle Baker.
My name's Andy. I'm the best man. So where to begin? I mean, there's so many things that I could say about Jacob. But it's his wedding, so there's probably only a few things I should say. But really, I got stuck on this. I got stuck. Where do you really begin with something like this? So I thought, you know what? I should begin with the basics. So I prepared just a short 100-slide PowerPoint presentation. So if everyone has their handouts, please turn to the introduction page with me. No? Nobody got the handouts? All right, fine. We'll just skip to the part about Jacob then. We burned them. All right, just give me a second here. Dead bodies, drugs. All right. Here it is. And that's why Jacob only meets 3 of the 100 aspects. Oh, no, that's not it. I mean, really, though, I've known Jacob for most of my life. We grew up together. I mean, we met in grade school. And we didn't really meet on good terms. I had this best friend at the time, and he wanted to have my best friend. And he came in, and I was like, who's this joker? Who does he think he is? You know? So it's kind of a mutual dislike, really. But we kind of found out that the other guy was kind of a jerk. So it was kind of good, because then we got to commiserate over that. And so in the fires of second grade adversity, a friendship was born. So, I mean, it wasn't really until middle school, high school, though, that our friendship got really, really solidified. I mean, I got him shot in the eye with an airsoft gun and almost blinded him. He pushed me down the stairs, broke my wrist. So, I mean, only real friends send each other to urgent care. I mean, anyway, what up? Come on. Then in junior high, we met our good friend Nikki. I mean, we'd all gone to kindergarten and all the way through 12 together, but different times you really meet people, you know. And from then on, it was kind of like we were the Three Musketeers. I'd like to think we're probably more like the Three Amigos or the Three Stooges, but, you know, whatever. But, you know, in high school, it seemed like Jacob would be over at my house every weekend, every other weekend. And you're probably all wondering what guys' sleepovers are like. Pretty manly stuff, you know, working on cars, fist fights, pillow fights, gossiping, talking about girls, you know. But really, things kind of went on like this pretty much until college. And this is where I really saw Jacob grow the most. I mean, he grew more mature as he could be with still being Jacob. I mean, come on. But I really saw him grow closer to God and really become a man of Christ, and something that I've only seen him continue to grow in. And the conversations at my house slowly became more about God and less about video games and, you know, the trivial things in life. And as Jacob's passion in the Lord, it grew. It just kind of encouraged me, partly because we were both really competitive. And I just thought, you know what, my house in heaven is going to be way bigger than his. So I've just got to be more humble. I'm going to be the most humble. No, but really, Jacob has just been such an encouragement through the years. And I've just seen him grow and grown with him, especially in the Lord. And so, Michelle, you have got yourself a loving, loyal, steadfast, unquestioning friend, and now a husband. Oh my gosh, I just realized Jacob has all the qualities of a dog. Well, he's a good boy, isn't he? So, to Jacob. Thank you. I think Raina's up next.
Hi, I'm Raina. So I want to start off by saying Andy totally hacked my computer and copied my speech because there's a lot of similarities, guys. So we're not friends no more. So when trying to write this speech, I struggled. Not because I didn't know what to say, but because I have so much to say. Michelle and I met in the 7th grade. Now I know that's not as long as Andy and Jacob, but there is this conspiracy that Michelle and I have been friends since preschool. When one day my mother was going through a photo box I have, and she pulled out a photo and she said, "Hey, this girl looks like Michelle." And I look at it, and sure enough, she looks just like her sister. And I'm looking at it and I'm amazed. There I was next to 3-year-old Michelle on stage at Centro de Niños in our little Baila Flacorico dresses. Yeah. I like to think that it was fate that Michelle and I both attended Gage Middle School and were reacquainted through a mutual friend, and ultimately became best friends. Trying to keep this short and sweet, Michelle and I went to preschool, middle school, high school. We also went to college together. Sorry. I'm so sorry. In true best friend form, we took as many classes together as we could. We, anyone who knows Michelle knows how friendly she is, how easy it is for her to strike up a conversation. So when this tall guy with long hair was smiling and waving at Michelle, I figured, oh, she made another friend. Come to find out, this friend worked with her at Taco Bell. This friend, Jacob, already knew my Michelle. So, of course, we all became friends. It became Michelle, Jacob, and myself having late nights at Alberto's after class, geocaching, movies at the Mission Grove, and countless other adventures. Their friendship blossomed, and from the outside, I could see how smitten Jacob was with Michelle. So sorry. I could see how smitten Jacob was with Michelle, and quite frankly, I loved it. Excuse me, guys, I'm emotional. So sorry. So sorry, I lost my voice. Okay. Okay, now it's about Jacob. He was so kind to her and so kind to me. He always had crazy, wild, and false stories. he was a man who put others before himself, a man who has an amazing relationship with God, a man who encourages and believes in my best friend. When looking at when looking at Jacob and Michelle, you can see their love and faith they share for God, their family, and their friends. When Michelle brought us here to visit the venue, she stood in the archway, stretched out her arms, and said, "This is it." I started to cry so hard because she was right. She stood at the gazebo and said, "This is where we're going to stand." So sorry. This is where I get to witness my best friend of 12 years marry Jacob. During the rehearsal, I had another moment like this. This beautiful, incredible woman who I have seen go through the awkward phases of middle school, high school, accomplished getting her bachelor's from CBU, was now getting married to her best friend. As I stood there at the rehearsal watching Michelle and Jacob, I kept thinking to myself, my best friend is marrying her best friend. I am so blessed and grateful to be a part of this chapter of both your lives. Jacob and Michelle, this journey has taught me what it is to grow with someone who becomes your better half. A journey of two people who truly believe in one another, encourage one another, and quite frankly, are my inspiration to a tale as old as time. I cannot wait to see where this new chapter of marriage takes us. I mean, you guys. So please raise your glasses to Jacob, Michelle, and myself, because we're all married. Sorry.
How's it going, everybody? Yeah, me and Andy have known Jacob for about 20 plus years now. And yeah, if you would have asked me 20 years ago if I would have known anybody, Jacob or Andy or any of our friends for that long, I'd think you're crazy. Like 20 years, that's like, we're going to be in the year 3000 by then. So it's nuts. So, over the years, Jacob would always tell us some crazy stories about things that would happen at Taco Bell, when he worked there, and all the freaks and weirdos that came through every day, and just what a strange nexus of scum and villainy. But there was one person there he never said was a weirdo or a freak, and that was Michelle, and that's where we learned about her. And it's very clear from the outset that this is somebody that Jacob has fallen head over heels for. She was Jacob's cool work friend, and they just seeing them together, they so perfectly complement one another. They're just super in sync. And it reminds me of Andy and I used to go over to Jacob's house a lot after high school. We'd all pile in my car and we'd drive like 10 seconds down the street, and we were there. And every time we went in, we were always greeted by these two very excitable wiener dogs. They come clambering down the stairs, and Jacob would be screaming like, "Wiener dogs, wiener dogs, wiener dogs!" And they'd be jumping all over and like jumping over each other and under each other and spinning around. And I always marveled at like how like they never crashed into each other or like, you know, knocked things over and, you know, caused a huge mess. And it was just amazing how perfectly in sync these two animals were. And it just reminded me, that's Jacob and Michelle. They're these two crazy simpatico wiener dogs. That's amazing. So anyway, I just wanted to keep it short, but so here's to you guys, Jacob and Michelle. We love you. Happy wedding day.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the beautiful couple is going to make the way over to the cake. If you would like to join them for some photos, you may do so, but please allow the photographer and videographers to do their job. Thank you.
I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Come along with me and don't be scared. I just wanna set you free. Come on, come on, come on. You and me can make it anywhere. And for now, we can stay here for a while. Yeah, 'cause you know, I just wanna see you smile. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. She spins and she sways to whatever song plays, without a care in the world. And I'm sitting here wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's been a long day and there's still work to do. She's pulling at me saying, Dad, I need you. There's a ball at the castle and I've been invited, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I will dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. Oh, I will dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone. She says he's a nice guy, and I'd be impressed. She wants to know if I approve of the dress. She says, Dad, the prom is just 1 week away, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh, please, Daddy, please. So I will dance with Cinderella while she's...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause.
I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans. I feel like taking chances. I feel a lot like 17. I feel like windows roll down new city streets and cabs. I feel like anything can happen, laughing. You take me right back when we were kids. Never thought I'd feel like this. Like when I close my eyes.